Clap it up for Angel is everybody. Straight from East Los.
We're one and the same then, bro. Gotta stay hydrated. I saw a TikTok today, and it was like nobody's more hydrated than me at a nervous event, or like at a like when I'm anxious, and it was just a girl just drinking
to
like
the water.
hell yeah,
Most consistent thing.
yeah. Gotta be that, bro. Did you ever drop the song that you played at that Something Dope? That was probably like 2 years ago. You caught like a 3-6 Mafia flow, and you kind of like got
Yeah.
you
That's
got
actually on the tape.
on this tape.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
shit.
not on the official release, but it's on the tape.
Okay, it's
It's
out already?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
It's out.
Yeah, I remember you caught the room. You got the like the
Oh yeah,
like
yeah. That's that was a good one.
yeah,
That
right?
was a good one for sure.
Oh yeah,
That was definitely a dope moment. There was a lot of dope music played that night
yeah.
for sure.
It's a constant theme too, right?
Yeah, I've been to a lot of them. There was like you didn't really hear nothing that caught your ear, but that one was a night I could remember.
Yeah,
It was a few artists that definitely caught my attention.
it was
for
probably
sure.
because it wasn't like the scene wasn't as glamorous too. Because I
Yeah.
think sometimes when you go to the nicer studios, you could get caught up in the
Who's
and
here?
yeah,
And this and that. Yeah.
yeah, and the looking around and shit. Where that one was more like basics, so it was more about the music that time.
Yeah, I got to get back outside and do more of those. I took a break from them for a little bit.
Yeah, I did too, like the past couple months, or I'm barely getting back to it also, bro.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. How long you been making music for?
Shit, since high school, really.
Hell
I
yeah.
started at high school. Um, I was just rapping. I wasn't really rapping. I hadn't recorded nothing.
Yeah.
But I was just writing rap since high school, and then like shortly after high school, I picked it up as a hobby. And then after that, it just kind of stuck.
Yeah. What were like some of the lessons you learned compared to when you started, like as a hobby to now? Or even if you could give that kid advice.
Be serious about what you do and why you do it. So do like create what you want to create, but don't dig in so deep to any one phase of your creative journey, because like things can and they will change.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Right?
just like be very open creatively for those types of opportunities, because if not, you it can impact you negatively as a creator, I think.
Yeah.
Personally.
And do you think like negatively as in like you missed the wave or as in
I mean, could be. Or it gets to a point to where you hit a wall creatively, and then now you're dealing with like lack of inspiration, which a lot of creators deal with. And it hits you in waves. As a person like myself, it hits me in waves. But I think the thing that I've most matured as an individual, at least right now, I got a lot of lessons to learn, but at least right now I'm at a point to where I've understood that, and I kind of have that in the front of my mind, and so I'm able to kind of adjust and adapt to kind of like whatever my situation is.
right.
And that's not a skill that I had before.
Yeah.
That's something that I had to learn.
It's hard to differentiate between like, oh, I'm just stuck, or you could start like kind of fucking with yourself and be like, oh, I just don't want to work, or you just start like a negative self-talk, and then that could spiral out of control. But creativity, like, it does need that like a recharge, and sometimes it just happens where you gotta like find a different outlet, or even change up your recording process, whatever it may be. Just break the routine.
Yeah, for sure, man. I don't know. I think a lot of it seemed like this sort of next wave of even LA artists don't seem to struggle with that as much as I think our generation or my generation did. I don't know how old you are, but and so that's something that I think that a lot of artists nowadays kind of do well, is that they get out of their own way. They just kind of like release the music.
Yeah.
They just put it out.
Yeah.
It's just like it's out there. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Some of it is raw, some of it's not mixed, but it's like you shoot, you get enough reps up, you'll hit.
Yeah,
so
for
I think that's something that I probably definitely could have learned a lot more, a lot earlier in my life.
And it's a bigger thing too with the like punching in, right? Like, and the not writing, like, oh, let me just punch in. Like, I feel like the shorelines, the peso.
Because in a way, it kind of makes you, it frees you up a little bit more creatively. Whereas, like a lot of guys from my generation, I'm not that old, but a lot of guys from just earlier generations, the Cole era, the Wale era, the Kendrick era, the Drake era, like there was a switch from lyricism and sort of as the forefront, on top of being able to create great music and like hit records, to it sort of became like whoever can create the wave. And then hip hop kind of made more of a focus in sort of like the strip club scene. And so Atlanta took over, I guess, for a while, had a really, really strong wave. Drake kind of was influenced in that a little bit. A lot of people in the game was influenced by that wave, and it made it such that because Atlanta artists make so much music in so like large quantity, I always appreciated that about them. And so now that is like kind of like the mirror of a lot of artists, and then even it shares some similarities with like YG and the era that we went through around 2014 ish. It was kind of like the same thing where we got some really, really dope music and we got a lot of it.
What's his White album, or like the where it's his
My Crazy
mugshot?
Life.
Yeah, My Crazy Life. That one.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yep. So,
yeah, and then I would assume too, like Migos, and then they're punching in a lot too, right? Yeah,
absolutely, man. I remember when I first kind of caught wind of Migos, it was actually kind of late, somewhere around 2013, maybe 2014. And I heard about them, Pee Wee Longway, Skipper the Flipper. I heard about like a lot of just Atlanta or in the region affiliated artists, and they was, I don't know, man. I talk to my wife about this all the time. Like, man, I told you, like I called them dudes because they was dope, and they put out a lot of music, a lot of mixtapes, a lot of work, a lot of product out there, getting a lot of reps up. So.
Chanty too, like very like is you're
things,
not gonna you can't
you
hear
recite. Things that's gonna get stuck in your head.
You can hear Versace once and you'll know who made it for the rest of your life.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Automatically.
We share the same. Like I said, we got a lot of similarities with a lot of what the LA artists that's rapping right now. The younger ones, there's a lot of similarities. Like they got a lot of music out, and it is kind of like free. It's very like kind of free. It's not really bound by like a lot of the traditional sort of standards of rap, and so they're able to create more freely. And it's making what it's making for sure. Cool. Definitely, the summer was definitely impacted by a lot of LA sound, and so you gotta appreciate it. So, but it's definitely a lesson learned. Every creative gets to that point to where they learn how to just be free and just create and just put the music out there. So
which that's a wicked trade off too, right? Like, cause you could, if you're so like so delicate with the craft and so like to the point with it, that you can kind of constrict yourself to how much music you make and your ability to put it out. But then again, if you're just putting shit out, what's the level of impact you're gonna reach? And I guess that will come back to like self-awareness, what you're trying to do with the music too, right?
Absolutely, man. Question for you, like creatively, what do you find? At what point do you find that you make the best music? Your personal assessment of your own music, as far as like the frequency of how much you make it. Are you finding yourself liking more of what you make if when you're releasing more music, or is it when you're taking more time as you're producing stuff and probably not dropping as much, but you're happy
more
with
patient with it?
1 or 2, 3 that you did in a couple of months that you know what I mean? Like at what point do you feel like it's more effective for you?
I think when I'm making the most music, like, even if I'm not dropping it all, if I'm just tapped in, I'm just going, and then songwriting with people, like for sure, like
collaboration.
Yeah, collaboration. There's like a little, it's like a there's it's like a cheat code on it, to a degree. Like there's that bounce back where it simplifies everything. But then too, I think that like also keeps you charged up for when you're like when you're on your own too, and you're able to just write. But how do you treat your projects? How much are you like editing, re-recording, or
a lot, brother?
Yeah,
a
like
lot.
over like expanded periods of time on one song.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
for sure.
I mean, that's kind of where I came from creatively before. Since I started making music, I don't know. I don't like dropping stuff unless I can come to a point in my mind where I'm like, nah, I would listen to that.
Right,
That's
right,
dope.
right. Yeah.
And so if I
Just
got the time, I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna, oh nah, that don't sound right. I'm gonna think of ways to
yeah.
adjust and make it better. So it has held me up before and many times creatively.
Right. But
Um,
then you're also confident in your product.
by the time it come out, I am confident of
Yeah.
the product. Is just I think that's why I said it was another lesson learned for me because the name of the game now is like getting into the algorithm.
Right,
So
right,
like in
yeah.
order to get into the algorithm and be successful, it appears that you have to drop a lot of content.
Yeah, you gotta stay busy.
So that's sort of my next lesson learned is to how to adjust from the way that I'm traditionally able to create some of my best work to now matching that with the current demand. Because
Yeah.
now it's like, man, you need to build an online presence in order for anybody to even acknowledge that you got a couple of good rap songs going on
Yeah,
over
for
there. So
sure. Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely an interesting process though. I appreciate it though. It's good. It's a
Yeah, I
good
mean,
process.
if we weren't doing this, what would we be doing, you know?
Probably wasting some time doing
Yeah,
something
probably
else.
getting in trouble too.
Yeah, right. Doing
Yeah.
something a lot less meaningful. So,
Yeah, oh yeah. Is there any one song on this recent project that took like a few months to finish, like from the first time you started on it to like the last
highs and lows for
highs and lows? Hell
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, highs and lows for sure.
How many
It's
months do you think that
it
was?
wasn't really like it was like maybe 3.
Hell
It's
yeah.
like 3. I recorded it the first time, and I liked the content. I didn't like the flow or how I
Mm,
was delivering.
yeah.
Then I recorded a couple of more records after that. A couple of weeks went by. Went back in the studio, recorded a little more, working on a different record. But I stopped. Let's left some time so I can come back and get that one squared away because I knew I wanted to try some more stuff on it. Try some more stuff. Changed up the flow. Changed up a little bit, and then over the next like month and a half, I was just like every time I got in the studio, I got a chance. I was just putting like little
Hell
bit
yeah.
additions here, there, ad libs here, there, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that definitely took me the longest to kind of put together. Mostly not because it wasn't ready. It was just because I kept finding like, oh nah, I could have said that better.
Yeah.
Ah nah, that was too low. Ah nah, that ad lib was too high.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
man, it was definitely something to learn. I like those parts, the way the creative music. I like that process.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool as hell to me because that's not like something I don't really create like that, like
Mm-hmm.
over extended period of time. Like if I don't finish the song, like if I don't write it all in one night and record it all in the next night or later on that week, it usually doesn't get completed. So to
Right.
hear like that prolonged sounds like Dre shit too. I'm like,
Yeah,
bro, like
yeah.
he's like fucking every hi hat has to sound fucking
Yeah, well, I
maniacally
mean,
placed.
I go through periods of time where I have more time for the studio and less time for the
Right,
studio,
right,
depending
right.
on how my life is going.
Yeah.
So when I'm in there, I'm like not able all the time to kind of like do as much.
Like deep dive.
Like yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like bits and pieces. It's fixing the stuff here, fixing the stuff here. I've recorded whole songs, a couple of songs on the tape where I recorded the whole song or the whole verse and everything in one sitting. Like I do
Yeah.
that fairly often too. It's just coming to a point to where I'm like keeping those records and releasing those records. The ratio is low.
Yeah.
So that's my
Right, right.
next move, next lesson to learn is just being able to, get it out there, drop it, make
Yeah.
more quantity.
And then too, I guess that comes back to like the more like the fluidity of your pen and your takes and everything, the more that like helps improve the quality as well, right? Like the more
Yeah,
you're in there,
absolutely.
which is strange that that doesn't apply to like the turn up shit or the West Coast shit, but it's also just their feet are set in what they do and that like there's no real need for like expansion or like reinvention.
Mm. I think we just everything hip hop is the same as like fashion and a lot of these other sort of entities and movements. It functions in waves, and so like like they always say about sports, it's a copycat league.
Right,
It's the
right, right.
same a
Yeah.
lot. I think mirrors in music. It's like once a particular person gets hot, takes a
Yeah.
particular sound to like that next level, and it goes crazy. I think the next 5 years after that is
It's
just
gonna be
you'll
that.
see the influences of the
Right.
local artists sort of kind of tend to mimic that and try to resurrect that same
Yeah.
type of flavor. And I think that's just kind of the name of the game.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't really create like that though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure.
So I think and then we got a lot of young dudes too that's making music, and so they have nothing but time. I mean, you
Yeah,
can think
yeah,
back to when you were, teenager,
yeah,
or some of these people are like fresh 18, 19, or whatever, and so they have like endless time.
and smaller scope of like life experience
Yeah,
and the whole.
yeah, yeah. But that experiences that they do have is popular,
Right, right,
and
yeah,
especially around the summertime, and it works
yeah,
in waves, and so you gotta just the game. Like when I say the game, I mean like the music industry and
yeah,
like kind of the tendencies to get certain artists that make certain sounds. It's kind of like there.
yeah, for sure. And then it's also the like record labels that are trying to push and
The only
really
exceptions are the major
the big
needle
dogs.
movers.
Yeah, yeah,
They
like
kind of can create whatever
right,
because
right,
we've
right.
already trusted them.
Yeah,
They're established artists. We know what they're gonna do, and they can sell it to a large audience.
yeah.
Um,
It would that like makes me wonder how much of the West Coast like Shoreline and everybody would have been popping this year if GNX didn't drop last year.
yeah, that definitely had an impact. I think it was a positive impact to a large degree. I feel like a lot of guys, local guys that I never,
Yeah, like
yeah,
AZ
guys
tried
down the
to.
street
Yeah,
that I kind of wasn't really privy to.
yeah,
I became privy to very quickly. I think a lot of these guys are talented, and I think a lot of, like I said, it's a copycat league in a sense. Like
yeah,
a lot of these sounds or styles are very similar, and so there's a natural kind of like wave
yeah,
that even GNX left,
for sure.
and I think it's dope. You know what I mean? I think it's dope. I think what Kendrick did was very very good. I
Yeah,
just think
I
over
think
the
it's fair to say he leaned into it too more than you,
absolutely
because what was
absolutely.
Mr. Morale was very deep. It's like
Hmm.
or like some slow
Very
songs.
introspective.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
very
The
creative.
yeah, the tap dancers and
The
the
imagery.
chants and the choirs and
I
shit.
think I do appreciate that about the game as far as the industry is concerned, is that like the guys are still the guys.
Yeah,
Like when
those motherfuckers.
there's a lot of waves and a lot of people sounds, rappers come here and they come and go, but the people that move the needle are still some of the most talented artists that you've ever
Right,
heard.
right.
And I think I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Do you think it's because they have the privilege of making shit that's new? Because for the most part, like I don't want to diss and say I gotta force myself to listen to people, but
Mm-hmm.
like the Alfredo was that too with Freddie Gibbs. Like I had to
Mm-hmm.
go and right, it's out. Let me listen to it. Whereas
Yeah.
if anything Kendrick or Cole is doing, like I'm there
Right there
immediately.
on
Or,
there, yeah.
but I want to stay up on the game too. But there's a point where I know what I'm gonna get already. So
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course they're gonna sneak in the little jams and the beat will be a little bit different and maybe they'll find a little different melody or a
Mm-hmm.
pocket. Of course that'll be there. But as far as the real like the new shit that I don't know what to expect. It's a few people.
Yeah, I think like I said, a lot of the guys are the main guys. I'm glad the main guys are the main guys. Um but yeah, I think there's a big opportunity for a lot of local West Coast talent to kind of make a mark. I think the landscape is as wide as it's open as it's ever been.
Yeah.
Um, and so, hey, man, it's a lot of dope talent, a lot of dope artists with a lot of opportunities out there.
Yeah.
Just trying to be one of them for sure.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I like to hear that too. That the game is open right now. Like there
Yeah,
is opportunity right now because I think the part of there's like a fight with the artists and because of content. Like there's like an internal struggle. Like I like the video's not me. Like
right.
the video content. Oh, that's not me. I just want to create. But you gotta imagine like a like a Master P or Russell Simmons or somebody with I just gotta post videos, like they'd be fucking hustling like crazy with content. There's those people that they had no their drive was so high that it was not a matter of how, it was just when. Like they didn't
Yeah,
care about the
yeah,
tools. They were
yeah.
just going, going, going.
Absolutely. It was a very competitive sport at that time too. A lot of
Right.
times it's still a very competitive sport as well. Um, but yeah, man, it's a lot of dope artists that I've come in contact with as a result of just the stuff that we met at. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
for
it's
sure.
just a lot of talent out there, man. So
Yeah.
shout out to everybody that's creating, man. Keep creating.
It's also just fun as fuck, huh? Like to hear shit, like
Absolutely.
keeps you
Yeah.
on your toes.
Different genres.
Yeah, always, right? Also the possibilities to like think like, damn, like how could I get this singer on a hook or this producer? Like your mind starts running quick.
Goes back to that networking thing you was talking about before.
Yeah,
As far as like being able to meet people, rub shoulders and stuff like that. I haven't done anything with anybody else right now. I've been focused on kind of my own personal projects. So
yeah,
I haven't really done a lot of features outside of like the guys that I roll with.
for sure.
Like well, not my guys that I roll with, my family members and
Yeah,
stuff like that, guys that I share the studio with and all that. And so, but some opportunities to do more networking and features and stuff like that. I'm not really closed off to the idea.
yeah, oh yeah. Especially in this day and age too, because it's just like that's really when the landscape opens up too more, because you're crossing over with followers and like, oh
Yeah.
shit, we got the collab.
It's positioning, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
especially with that like those IG collaborate posts too, like those just that was a smart feature.
Yeah. Social media seems like it's a really good vehicle if you have the means. It's a really good vehicle to kind of push music and kind of create like two different sort of empires. A
Right.
lot of the people that are I'm finding that are successful in music are also like influencer type
Yeah.
people as well.
Right. Right.
So it's like you'll meet a guy at a one of the something dope for the people, for example.
Yeah.
You'll meet somebody there, and this is a person you've never heard of, probably never heard a song from 'em or anything like that, but you'll connect with them, share socials, and they got 100,000
Yeah. Low
followers
key popping.
and was just in Paris the
Yeah.
week
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
and you're just like, what the heck? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right.
Like, and
Yeah.
that's kind of just how it's a melting pot out here
Yeah.
of different talent that you never know what opportunities are out there until you
For
get
s-
out there.
for sure. And you don't know like who's you don't just because you know what you know and you listen to the music you listen to doesn't mean like there's not more people that are successful. Of course, the big names are the big names, but there's like low key names that are touring and
Yeah,
they're doing
yeah.
their shit.
All of those small names on the festivals.
Yeah.
Those
Right.
are
Right.
what I
Yeah.
mean? Those
Yeah.
are booked and paid artists, you know what I mean?
Shit.
And they sustaining themselves to
Yeah.
some degree off of their music and I guess that's kind of like where I feel I wouldn't mind that sort of cutout
Yeah.
right now. I'm not at a point to where I'm like I want to tour for, however many years on end. It's like
Right.
if I could sustain myself, garner a particular fan base that likes and rock with my music, and then I'll always be able to tour. You know what I mean? Like a Tech Nine or somebody like that. Like I can appreciate that type of cutout. You know what
Hell
I mean?
yeah.
Like not to limit myself. All the opportunities, if they come, they come, right?
Right.
And
Right.
if none come, I'm fine. But
Yeah.
I do like that. I do like that we have such a robust field where guys could just sort of not necessarily have to be the main stars, the Drakes, the Kendricks, the Coles, headline in every
Yeah. The
tour,
stadiums.
but you can still sustain yourself
Yeah.
and get a fan base and do that thing that creators love to do.
For sure, and rep the city the whole time, and rep your
Absolutely,
city.
man.
Yeah,
Absolutely, always.
yeah. No, I feel like sometimes it comes down to a lot of like, I, I guess that same creativity we're willing to apply it to our music. Like we just gotta apply it to the videos and whatever it is. Like there's always something that we're missing, bro. There's something. There's like a there's a not a hack, but like there's something somebody hasn't.
A blueprint.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, I think the thing that we lack, I think a lot of times, I speak for myself, is you have that team aspect where
right.
you have a content guy, you have a guy that does the merch, you have a
Yeah.
guy that might function as a manager that's
Yeah,
like not
like a
official, but
utility guy.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
like they not official managers, but like they know DJs, they know
yeah,
people
for
that can get
sure.
your music played, and so when it's time to drop, they can sort of make those connections for you. And so with people that kind of don't really have that, you have to function as all of those things
Yeah,
on your own. And so I've always been envious of those people, and you meet them every now and then when you go out to places that like something done for the people and a lot of those types of events. It's a very rare type of individual, but they're out there where it's probably just them or their significant other or a friend,
Yeah.
and they just out there with shirts and they got merch and they performing and they, you know what I mean, like
They're
and they
active.
chasing it. A lot of
Yeah,
these guys that we hear about eventually later on down the line are some of those kind of guys.
for sure.
They kind of grind it out until eventually a team forms or a label sees that and like wants to invest in it.
Yeah,
So
or a
it's just
video goes
difficult for the
viral.
everyday man to do that
Yeah, for
because it's
sure.
like,
Yeah, it's about, I guess too, it's just hard to not get discouraged with the amount of work you
oh
got to do,
yeah,
because I feel like
yeah.
I fell in that trap too, like where I put so much pressure on myself, "Oh, I got to be great. I got to do this. I got to rep the city. I got to, I got to let them know. Everybody got to know that you like build this whole fucking, this
Mm,
sack of rocks, bro, on your back, and it just weighs you down. Where like I guess the opposite would just be doing your best day, whatever your best day is, and those are gonna be different
taking that for what it is, yeah,
day to
definitely.
day. Sometimes they're not gonna be great, but fuck it, I did my best today.
Look, I'm all about keeping things in perspective for the most part. Um, Prioritizing things and everything like that. A lot of those types of things get in the way of creatives all the time. It's like a balance of like, where are my priorities? Is it chasing a stable sort of life where I
Right.
could, take my woman out, raise some kids, like function in the working world, and then the level to which I chase this sort of creative vision that I have for myself.
Yeah.
Um, and I think you got to do things with passion. I don't. I think part of where I've messed up a lot is like I've always talked myself out of my passion. It's like, man, you ain't about to be spending all that time in the studio. You got to
Yeah.
get to work. You got to do this. Like, you got to interview here. Or you got to do this. Or you got to like. You'll cut yourself off. You'll limit yourself because you call it like prioritizing and putting things in perspective. But really, you're just like cutting yourself at the knees
Yeah.
creatively by not allowing yourself to really chase. I know that's not a really a great word to put it, but yeah, you got to chase it. You
Yeah.
got to want it.
For
Like
sure.
at a certain point, you got to want it, or else what you doing it for? So you got to balance that, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to balance that. Some people have their situations where they could full fledged go gung ho and take that risk of it
Yeah.
never working. Most people don't aren't that brave, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, for sure. Especially here, the people that have moved from out of state over here. Like, oh shit, that's when
Yeah.
it hit me too. Like, oh damn, not like is this really the city to do it?
Yeah, it's a lot of those guys.
Yeah,
It's a
like
lot
they
of those
came.
types of artists that are just like living downtown
Yeah,
and they're grinding. They're
yeah,
at all of the social mixers, they're all the events, and they grinding. And that's a success story for some people, and for some people that's it's just a long road trip.
right, right, right. Yeah,
So
for like the people that know them from their home states and
yeah,
shit.
yeah, I think you got to just mentally, you have to be committed to the point of where it's just like, man, I don't care if this doesn't make anything. I just feel like I'm meant to do it. I
Right.
feel like those are kind of the best places to be because it gives you a chance to kind of like relieve yourself of a little bit of the pressure of like having to see this immediate greatness
Yeah,
because you just trust that like, nah, man, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
yeah. And I love this shit. So
Yeah,
you
it's
started
like,
writing and recording because it was just enjoyable as fuck
yeah,
all the way
man, you
back then.
gotta you gotta do what you gotta do what you're passionate about, and it's not bad to have passions. You just gotta keep things in perspective until you can afford to really go full fledged. It's like anything in life. If that was your career, it would be the same thing. If
Yeah.
that were anything else, you gotta dedicate a level of passion to it. So
That could fall into the like how you do one thing is how you do anything, like type of shit. Like
mm-hmm.
if you're at work and you're dragging ass and you're kind of like, oh, let me just clock out, and you're not keeping that energy up and
Right.
like trying to be enthusiastic about things. And I'm not saying that's me where I'm fucking like just bubbling all the time, but I think that like falls into it too, right? Where like don't expect to just be able to turn it on when it's on demand, like
Right.
when
I
unless
feel like that you can be like that. I think you can get to a point where you can do that.
right,
But
right,
I think that's kind of like it comes with a lot of dedication too. Getting
yeah,
to a point to where you can
yeah,
just
Mamba
go.
mentality
Yeah,
type shit.
yeah, yeah, man. It's definitely possible.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, man. What? Let me ask you something, man. What is one of your worst experiences networking or attempting to network?
Damn, that's a good ass question.
All right, I'm gonna give you mine.
like,
Right.
yeah, that might help
So
me out.
I was at this studio. I went to one of these little sort of social mixtures,
Right.
something like something dope for the people, but wasn't that specifically. But it was a decent group of rappers in there. It was a
Yeah.
lot of rappers. I come from like a collaborative effort, making music. I was in a group before, and so I kind of know how to like the group writing type of thing. Not
Yeah.
necessarily writing each other's rhymes, but like we all in the same studio.
Yeah.
Everybody's in their own little phone trying to think of what they're gonna put on this particular song. I haven't. I got out of that discipline. You know what I
Right.
mean? Now I'm kind of functioning as a sort of individual. I go in the studio by myself. Typically like to make some of the best music that I can
All right.
when I'm by myself. And so I was invited to this like group mass, like one of my first mass like writing mixer things or
Yeah.
whatever.
Like a
Went in
writing
the
camp kind of.
studio. It's like 20 rappers in that joint, bro. I'm like, man, what this dude invited me to, bro. It was one social media, this guy popping on social media. I can't remember his name, but he was in there doing his little influencer thing. I'm like,
Mm.
what is going on? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Got a ring light all in his
Right.
face.
Right.
I'm like,
Right.
all right, bro, this is kind of weird. It's not my flavor that I come from, but it was a learning experience, like I said. But I could just remember shutting down that whole night, and it was
Mm.
like difficult. I went in there, did my verse. Those like, yo, man, that's dope. That's dope. One guy, I was like, man, I should ask this dude to hop on a song. Like, I
Right.
think he was dope. It was this one dude in there. He was dope. Put it on a verse. It was pretty dope. Um, man, I sat down, bruh. Fell asleep. I dozed off. Dozed off for like about a good minute 30. Got up, used the bathroom, went back. Dude was gone.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I was supposed to hit him up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever. Same thing happened later on that night with the dude that invited me. I was supposed to hit him up, get his number, like, yo, yeah, man, like this is my music, and just plug myself,
Yeah.
like just now pause, like, but like I was supposed to just like put it out there, like sell yourself in a
Yeah.
way, like, hey, yo, what's up? My name is such and such. Here's my music, boom, boom, boom. I just was like, nah. I wasn't feeling the vibe. I'm
Yeah.
like,
For
I don't
sure.
like dude.
I
I
could
ain't
see
really
that.
like,
Yeah.
well, it's too many dudes over there in the section anyway. So it's like,
Yeah.
man, I'm cool. And it's just I talk myself out of it the whole night. I watch myself like, you should network with dude. You should go
Yeah.
introduce yourself. And it's just each time I'm just like, nah, I'm cool. I found a reason, an excuse. Man, I shook up out of there, bro. I got on. I left early. After I put my verse down, like 20 minutes went past, I bounced.
Yeah.
Bounced. And I always be kicking myself like, dang, bro, like why? What's up with that? Like, well,
Yeah.
why did you find it so hard to just go out there and just be like, yo, listen, man, it's my, how you doing? What's your name? Where your music at? Da 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 da.
Yeah. What's your socials?
Can we collab or something
Yeah.
like that? Like,
Yeah, for sure. I could see how it would be easy to get thrown off, like not knowing what to expect, like in a setting like that.
yeah,
Or,
bro. But
know,
nah, it's just I'm very choosy about who I
yeah,
affiliate with,
for
and
sure.
I let that get the better of me in that night. But you know, now I try to make it a point to at least get
Yeah.
the socials. You know, keep myself in the loop. If we connect, we connect. Cool, but
If
starting small.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I could see how that playing out that way. Mine would have to be like we had a separate from like a photographer videographer guy
Mm.
because he was just like had a whole like breakup like just blasted on his whole like he put like they documented the whole shit him and his
Okay.
lady
Okay.
and like oh nah, like like some little adultery and all that.
Yikes.
So I was like, oh nah, we can't we can't be around this type of shit. But that's like yeah, I can't say I've had many like experiences like that. For the most part, it's been pretty good.
Mm.
It's also there's always times where I like oh I should hit bro up and just talk to him, even people that I've met
Yeah.
before and we've had cool conversations, and then I'll see him later, and then that's part of the difficult part too, is that you meet so many people there and then
Mm-hmm.
you see him again later and there's like that kind of that hesitation like damn, am I supposed to talk to literally every person I've
Exactly.
already met
Exactly.
before, like
Exactly.
so that's kind of a hard part.
Because what actually are we gonna like? What can we really do for each other? You might make a certain type of music that I'm not It's not my forte.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So you could either, but this is like I say, it's like it's part of what I struggle with. Is just like, do you close yourself off from that
Right.
opportunity or
Yeah.
even potential opportunity, to connect with somebody that may or may not help you along the way,
Yeah.
or do you just be like, I ain't feeling the vibe?
Right.
Because it's
Right.
like a lot of times you don't feel the vibe,
Yeah.
but that don't mean a connection. A look, hey yo, bro, I gotta a stage, a showcase,
Yeah, that's what I was
come
gonna say.
perform. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you just
That
never know.
it's easier once you have a certain thing. Like, oh, like, bro, just give me shoot the verse. I got it here.
Yeah,
The song's already done. Just put the
right.
verse
Yeah,
or
yeah.
freestyle a bridge for me, or I got this show. You wanna
Mm-hmm.
come? 10 tickets, 15 tickets, whatever it may be. It's definitely easier to link like that too. Like once there's something like not physical, but something established, where like, all right, I just need I just need this, or are you interested in this? Whereas unless you're like really into, unless it's somebody that's like, nah, this dude's cool as fuck, like let's let's just
Just
keep,
connect.
yeah, let's
Yeah.
keep going back and forth. I've had some on the other end would be like I've had some dope sessions with people that I met just from something dope, just inviting them. Like I had a birthday one for my 30th,
Mm,
2 years ago,
right.
and like, yo, I got this session, pull up downtown. We, no, not requirements, but no, like, nothing's set in stone. Like whatever
Right.
happens,
Right. Right. Right.
happens. If you just come kick it, it's all good. Fuck it.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. Yeah.
and then too, I think I took a little bit of I didn't make it about me. Like I didn't tell only like my family, that like my closest homies
Yeah.
knew that it was my birthday. Like all the artists that were there just there to make music, and the producers, they're just there to be artists and producers. So it kind of took that like where it wasn't all about me.
Right.
So
Right.
we were
Right.
able to, like, the beats started going. My cousin started playing some shit, and it happened. We got like 3 songs out of that night, and it was all like, it was very free. No like restraints, or no not entitlement, but like expectation.
Nah. Yeah. That's dope. Nice free environment. Whatever we create. Those is
Yeah.
dope type of. You know.
And then it was also like more chill though too. Like it was like the homie was taking some pictures and like some little video clips, but it wasn't like he was just like low key about it. It wasn't like a whole fucking setup and
Mm.
the whole gimbal and shit. So
Yeah.
that probably
So
changes
yeah, so
things.
question about that. How do you feel about like that culture? Just like content creator culture in general.
I mean, I respect it for what it is. It's for sure. I think when I mature, and I'm like, bro, it ain't easy neither. Like, no, not everybody can sell their personality and their
Yeah, yeah,
whole
yeah.
perspective and
Right.
everything, and have that type of energy. But I think, like, it doesn't bother me. But there's also I think because of how I grew up, that my identity, I guess, is like a lot more solidified, where I know nothing's gonna, like, I'm not gonna change for
Right. The
like,
times or the
yeah,
current.
or who I am, or because I'm not gonna say some shit just to get the reaction, or
Right.
that I don't really mean, and that I
Do
can,
you
like,
think so? Do you think this is kind of like a weird question, but do you think it's had a net positive impact on the way that like we kind of pump music out now, or negative, or indifferent, like not
yeah.
neither good nor bad? Because I
Mm,
struggle with that. Like I don't
yeah,
know. I don't
yeah, for
know. There,
sure.
I know that because it seems like I'm seeing a lot more of everything.
Yeah,
It's like a fire hose of just all different types of just everything,
yeah,
content
it's
creation
terrible.
type of music, and then
You're
music,
right,
and
right,
then you
right.
gotta like sift through like, okay,
What's
is
real
this a
and what's
real
not?
song, like, or is
Yeah,
this just something that's gonna play on?
yeah, it's a minute long.
So like,
Yeah,
what do you think?
I guess, like, I would say overall, it goes like, for the real people that are really making music. I think they found a way to make it work, and like hold their essence of what they are.
Yeah.
Like, but for the content creator types, like, that are really just, it's like just another. It's just another, like, play in their book, essentially. Like, oh, I do this too. Like,
Mm.
this is another part of the whole brand that I am. Like, oh, I sell whatever this product, and I do this, and my channel's popping, and I make music. So I think, like, it depends.
So I think, like, for me personally, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like it's like a fire hydrant. Like, when you take the cap off, it's just shooting out everything. You log on, it's just shooting you all different type, like the latest TikTok song that went famous on
Yeah.
Twitter. And so you got that, and then you got other artists, dropping. You got local artists, just a lot of unsigned artists out there. That's dope. That's dope. Social media have given me a couple of dope artists, put me on to a couple
Right,
of
right.
really, really dope artists that I otherwise wouldn't have heard about. So I
Yeah.
think there's some good and some bad. I just don't know how much of either we're getting. It's just like a lot of both.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And it's I think that it requires a lot of discipline too, because it's
Mm.
easy to overconsume. And
Oh,
I
for
know I
sure.
fall victim to that shit quite often. I'm trying to work to get better at it. But
Mm.
it's hard, bro. It's hard not to, it's all catered to you, bro. It's
Yeah.
a big ass company working against like with supercomputers and algorithms and on
Yeah.
engineers, top of the line
Absolutely.
shit,
Yeah. For sure.
working against one brain and one amount of discipline or skill level of discipline.
Mm.
So it's for sure a balance, but like it's also hard seeing people that didn't adapt. Like me and my boy were talking like, bro, like there's people, and no disrespect, but I'll just speak freely on it, like, cause they've like Casey Veggies and like people that like have done big things, bro,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
Absol, like it's hard. It's not to say they're not popping and they're not getting their bread, whatever the case may be, but
Uh.
I just know they're talented enough to be doing bigger things, bro.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think like, oh, well, what could they be doing? Like open verses on TikToks, linking up with like unsigned producers, like low key ass people, and
Mm.
like those. But then of course, what are their label restrictions? So even even
Yeah.
people like Dom Kennedy, bro. Like in my mind, like bro, you just like link up with something dope, just a
Mm.
low key, like what's up? Let me
Put
pop.
together like
Yeah, let me
a
just come.
traveling type of performance thing, maybe if you wanted to,
Right,
or kind of just scout out the latest talent. I think there's some forms of that going on. Like I think they do a lot of that kind of stuff. I think there's still people out there that's trying to connect. I think it's just you don't really run into those rooms often.
right,
It's like you
right.
got to really put yourself out there consistently to even fall into that type of opportunity,
Yeah, for
because it's
sure.
still like a very like who you know type of city or scene.
Yeah,
So if you
we,
don't have those connections, you're not gonna get those people to connect with you. And I don't know, man. Everybody's competitive. I don't know whether it's competitiveness or if it's just kind of like people isolating themselves. But it's very difficult to reach out and like want to connect with other artists.
right, right.
So it's like I get it. Like
Yeah,
I get it. You know
I
what I mean?
think.
You kind of got to know somebody that knows somebody,
Yeah,
or
it's
y'all be in
probably.
the same room at a certain point, and then that opportunity could open up. But outside of that, it's like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think that could be like a side effect of the ability of our ability to record and make new music so easily?
Oh, it works. It kind of will work that way.
Yeah,
I can
right.
see that
Cause
probably impacting that.
Yeah, because before it would have to be like you're paying for studio time and you're walking down the hallway and
Yeah,
you're
it's
running.
much easier. It seemed like to record an album than it used to be.
Yeah,
And that kind of might sound like some like old and shit, but it's like that's what it is. Like it's even easier now to create music than it was when I was in high school,
yeah,
stuff like that. So here's the one identifiable thing that I do not like about the current music scene when it falls into the trends of like social media or like people make certain type of music specifically to go viral. I find myself not liking majority of
yeah,
that type of song, like when they go viral and stuff like that. But other than that, it's like it's a tool, I guess. At the end of the day, you use it for what you use it for, and it comes down to how you're using it. And so, but everybody's on it.
yeah, for
Everybody's
sure.
on it. So you can't not. Well, you can, but if you know people in real life, then you can. But if you don't, and if you're like somebody trying to build a profile for yourself,
You
it's kind
got
of like the most effective way
Yeah, you gotta be all in, man.
to establish something
Yeah, like
other than going out physically every
right.
other weekend or every
Yeah,
weekend
yeah,
trying to find these rooms
and just
and
being
meet these
outside. Yeah,
meet these people, and that costs a lot of
yeah,
money, that costs a lot of time.
and a lot of energy too. Being like, cause if it's like, well, I only have, or this is my main thing, this face to face networking, then I gotta be on it every time. Like, yo, what's up? What's up? Just constantly talking to anybody, and you can't have that hesitation of being like, oh, like that little social awkwardness. Like, nah, I'm
Yeah,
here. This is part
yeah,
of my
nah,
job,
yeah.
bro. I gotta be on it.
So it's people like those, like the only people that have that freedom are a lot of the people that are like, you have a team. You have a team. You can afford to kind of live in your personality or whatever it
Right,
is
right,
that you
yeah,
do, and you let your team kind of help you provide. You still have to make good music,
yeah.
but if you're making music and you got a team that's out there that's pushing and that's
Doing
getting
their
you played where you need to be played and getting people's eyes on it, then there's a big opportunity for you.
yeah,
Because it's a lot of guys that some of these artists that we listen to have zero personality, but you wouldn't know.
yeah,
You're not in close proximity to them for you to know that. And they had a team or they
yeah,
had other opportunities. So
yeah. The music's loud enough, right? And
yeah, especially
the
now, like they push virality or like viral culture. I feel like to a certain degree, labels look at that. They pay attention to, okay, who's going viral on social media? What's
yeah,
the
and
latest
why?
viral song? You hear a lot of times shortly after some of these viral hits, these artists are getting like record deals and stuff
Yeah,
like that off of songs that got millions, hundreds of millions of plays on, TikTok or whatever. So, not to devalue that, but it's just there's a lot of ways to make an opportunity for yourself right now, and
yeah.
sometimes it's difficult to
Yeah, it's
navigate.
complicated though too. Like it's for sure because you don't like Jid's. What was that one? The surround sound with 21
Yeah, surround
Savage, and then they
sound.
did
Yep,
the roof
the
or
TikTok
the
challenge,
ceiling videos. Like
ceiling
right, like
challenge,
I
or
don't think
whatever it was
he
called,
made that.
with that in mind.
Nah,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
at
yeah.
all,
But
not at
that's
all.
it's an unpredictable game. It's
Yeah,
wild, man. You don't know. I guess it goes back to what we were talking about before about like overcoming that need to want to hold music. Just put it out
yeah. Well, I guess that would
because you
be
never know.
so. Is that part? Is that like part of the X factor that we're kind of missing? Because like I think at this point I could tell you're not the type to be like, oh, like fucking, I'm fucking right here at fucking In and
Yeah,
Out. Go
yeah,
listen to the
yeah.
song. Like, bro, I
Right.
just want some peace and quiet a lot of times, and
For
especially I think
real.
when we're older too. Like, we just want to fucking be kind of
Relax.
steady. Yeah, yeah, and be kind of steady with things. But so is like just the amount of music, right? Like, bro,
Yeah,
let
I
me,
think for me, the thing that I struggle with is I gotta have something to say. So I
right.
don't really like to make music, or I find myself not liking a lot of the songs that I made where I had no particular thought in mind. I was
Yeah,
just in there rapping.
right,
You
right.
know what I
Like
mean? Like some of that
filler.
stuff, yeah, like
Yeah,
it could
I
come
feel
off
you.
as like filler. Even
Yeah, yeah,
sometimes like you'll go in there and you'll just freestyle some stuff and it actually come out to like sound like something. But I just think that I like making music when I have a focus or when I got something to say. I have a particular type of a story to tell,
yeah. Or something
a skill that I'm
experience.
trying to
Yeah,
display. Like, and I think a lot of times now in social media era, when you're getting pumped with so much content, people are just like putting out whatever,
yeah,
anything,
yeah,
all
for
like
sure.
all of it, everything that they put out. A lot of this stuff isn't, they spent no time with it, but it can go viral and it can
Yeah,
open up a lot of opportunities for you. So there's a lesson to be learned for
yeah.
those creatives that take forever
Right,
with
right.
your process.
So
Don't change up. I mean, I don't know.
it would be the trade off though. So are you like it's such a fucking like you never know. It's such a fucking it's
Yeah.
the box that in Mario Kart, the question mark one.
Yeah,
Like, like,
yeah,
it's,
yeah, yeah.
like so well the trade off or my to be devil's advocate would be like, well, what if that song that was filler where the verse second half of the verse was kind of filler or
Mm,
that one you were kind of like iffy about, what if that one just happens to
blow
randomly
up.
catch something, or
Yeah.
even like a local buzz in the city, like
Yeah,
just with
yeah.
the or just with your people too. Like I think that's a fun part too about making music and being like more local here
Yeah.
too, is that like the homies hear it,
You can't predict what, as much as you probably think that you know what people like, you gotta just put it
never,
out.
yeah,
You gotta put it out because you don't know. You don't know what's gonna take off. You don't know, even if they like a lot of your music, you don't know which one is gonna catch that particular fan.
yeah,
That's gonna get that fan listening to you. Some of those that I think that's the great thing about making music and why I probably will never like stop until I get to a point to where I'm just so trash that I can't even listen to
yeah.
myself. I feel like I probably never stop doing music just because it is it's a art, man. Like this shit is science at work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you're manipulating sounds, you're playing with sounds that's impacting people's moods, that's changing the way some of these people
Yeah,
feel.
yeah.
Like that shit is it's heavy if you it could be heavy if you
For
want.
sure.
It can be lighthearted and fun when you want.
Yeah.
And so there's just so many avenues to just create and be creative and reach like higher and higher levels of creative
Yeah.
creativity.
Creative
So
consciousness type shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. So it's like whatever you're doing. Like
Yeah.
if you make fun rap, make fun rap. If you make introspective, deep, philosophical music, then do so. I just think that I personally would like to see more like creatives.
Yeah.
In like the mainstream creative spaces.
Yeah,
I
for
feel
sure.
like we get a lot more content creators. We have a
Yeah.
lot of content creators
Would
in the
you
music space right now.
how would you label somebody like NBA YoungBoy where I mean he has like 70 mixtapes, 70 albums
Man,
out.
consistent, dog. I think with guys like that, anything that you do and you get that many reps up at it, you're gonna. It's I don't
Right.
want to say you're gonna, but I think there's a higher probability of you being really really great at it.
Right.
And I think dude just he came out and
Just
he had
pedal to the
a
metal
couple
nonstop.
joints and he just didn't stop. Like
Yeah.
his fan base is amazing. His fan base is where it is because of a lot of hard work.
Yeah, for
You know what I
sure.
mean? Like regardless of who don't like it, man worked hard. He
Yeah,
stayed
yeah.
with a project
The
out, even with all
results.
the wilding that he was doing and
Yeah, yeah.
some of
He's
the
kind of
stuff you
slowed
hear
down,
about him.
right?
Like he kept music out, and
Yeah.
the fans
Yeah.
will appreciate and they'll reciprocate that if they like your music. If you trash, then you just gotta keep trying. But if you got a sound,
Or niche.
yeah,
Yeah.
like man, you gotta flood it, saturate it, and he did, and so he's in town too,
Yeah,
right
he just
along
did
with
a
Chris Brown.
Honda
Yeah,
Center and then he did Staples too,
yeah,
which is
man.
like it's interesting like but I guess that's like where my view or my perspective of the world doesn't necessarily like well obviously it doesn't dictate what's actually happening because like to hear
Mm,
like damn like they
right.
like damn 16 17,000 people want to see Young Boy at
Yeah,
Honda Center
yeah.
and then at Crypto like that's close but just because I think that way doesn't mean that there's
Nah,
17,000 people that want to go see him.
I think like with that, I think there is some legitimacy in your opinion though, because it's like we can't like this is an opinion based sport at the end of it,
Right, very subjective.
and a lot of and this it doesn't have to have any hate involved or whatever between an artist, but sometimes like yeah, it should be shocking that a guy
Yeah,
that makes the music that he's making with the young kind of audience and stuff like that can make such music at such a high quantity and then get that type of art. That's a great like
yeah,
occurrence. Like
right.
people
Like
are he created a large platform for himself. That's something to be like, yo, surprised about. Like
yeah. What
that's
am
pretty
I
special.
what am I missing in that too? Like so, like what is he? What did he capitalize on that I'm just like blind to? Because I think there's things like that.
I mean, everybody got their own little script that's being wrote.
Yeah,
And
for
it's
sure.
like you really every people have made it and I think because that's one good thing I guess good insight social media has given us is the variety of ways people have made it or whatever they consider whatever your idea of
Yeah, yeah.
success
Hell
is
yeah.
if it's a follower account or a
A
major record
tour.
label
Yeah,
deal or if it's you get millions of dollars,
yeah. Just paying your bills.
yeah, or if it's
Yeah,
just paying your bills or if it's like you probably don't ever be get to Drake level because no one does. It's
yeah,
very rare, or even young boy level. But you just find a way to sustain yourself.
yeah,
You can fly to states and perform your music to hundreds of people, say maybe thousands of
yeah.
people.
The little Europe tour
Yeah,
too.
like
The
them little
ones.
things. Those there's value in that
Yeah,
stuff, man. It's all in just what your idea of success is, and then you work toward that. And I think your efforts is gonna tell where your priorities really are.
right.
And so that's kind of just you got to just find time to make it more of a priority.
So how much of the issue at hand, like as far as getting to that next level, do you think can just be bundled into like just not working hard enough?
Um,
Because like the adaptability and on or not adapt, but like creativity and the content you're pushing and this and that, like that could also just be considered like, well, I'm trying the amount of different things I'm trying is it's me working hard on trying different things.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know because that's a good question. That's a good question because you could be trying very hard. People love talking about the success stories, but nobody really talks about the people that didn't succeed. Nobody talk like you talk about this. Like I know something dope for the people. I keep using them as an example. It's like they post a lot of the this artist in 2005 came to something dope for the
Yeah.
people event, and here's him with 4 people in a row, and now he's Travis Scott or whatever.
Yeah.
Like those are very real cases for people of all different age groups. But there are so many more.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The vast majority of them, and we got a lot of artists that are established that are on, not even the biggest names in the world, but just like that make up the industry. There's a ton of artists
Yeah.
that make
Yeah.
up the industry. People that you've never heard of or seen before, but they write or they
Right.
produce
Right.
or
Yeah.
they are Grammy nominated or
Yeah.
Grammy Award winners. So there's a lot of artists, but there are twice as many failed artists.
Yeah.
And like not failed in the sense of they weren't good enough, but failed to take opportunities. You know what I
Right.
mean? Or
Or
or they
miss their
something
timing.
yeah, like
Yeah.
they missed their window, I
The
guess,
stars
whatever that
didn't
may have been.
align.
Some of these people just prioritize family or they
Yeah.
prioritize their career or
Right.
other careers. I got a guy that I know right now, dope rapper, would have been a really, really dope rapper. He was a teacher.
Mhm.
Man, make good money, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, got a family, got a wife. He's a preacher now.
Yeah.
It's like, but he's dope. One of the dopest rappers that I know of, and just he didn't fail at rap. Like he used rap and he did it because he was talented. But another priority became his
Yeah.
priority, and that's fine too.
Yeah.
I just shout out everybody that's consistently with their creative craft as far as music is concerned because it is that high stakes where it's like there ain't no guarantees, bro. Like it's actually more of a likelihood that you won't make it to where young boy is
Yeah.
than that you will. You just gotta love it enough to just say fuck it, man. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah. So I
Like
might as well.
yeah, like fuck it. I'm gonna do it anyway because this is something that I feel like I should be doing. I was given this gift. I have this talent, and I have this like passion for it that I didn't give to myself.
Yeah.
So like, why just sit around somewhere and waste that?
Yeah. For it's also like brings you a little bit closer to God or whatever the universe
Yeah,
is.
it's a very much it's a very much so like spiritual experience if you kind of want to look at it that way.
Yeah.
It's like you weren't I don't know. We were conditioned based on where we grew up, how we grew up, what our parents listened to,
Yeah.
what our brothers, big sisters listened to, what was on TV in the 90s or the 2000s or
How they
wherever you
looked
were
on
born.
TV.
Those things have shaped us all individually, and that is what you will express whenever you do create. So it's like that is you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so just lean into that and do it. I don't know if the next person is gonna like that. There's no guarantee
No.
that once you express that, just because you're expressing it at the best of your ability, there's no guarantee that everybody in your neighborhood is gonna hear that and be as equally impressed.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of crazy. It's like, in a very much so way, it's like it's a spiritual experience. Like it's a spiritual endeavor. Like you gotta learn and exhibit non-physical traits to be
Yeah.
successful, like dedication, discipline, like stuff like that.
Yeah, and then recording alone that there's those times like when something clicks or you find something and there's like it's like,
Mm-hmm.
like those little light bulb moments and
Yeah,
that feels
yeah,
like
yeah.
$1,000,000, bro. It
Yeah,
feels
man, like you
it,
found some gold,
yeah, it just
like a big
feels
diamond in your back
amazing, bro.
pocket. Like this is okay. I got the thought. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The hook sound like it's
yeah,
supposed to. Oh, yo, this actually do sound pretty good. Or what if I play with this vocal and I lay this hook this way and it actually starts to like build into something creatively like beautiful out of nothing.
yeah.
It's like,
It's
come on,
crazy, right?
man.
It feels
Like that
it's
is
crazy feeling.
that definitely can be a spiritual experience if you look at it that way for sure. And when you hit it, And when you like get that song that you know that you've executed perfectly, it's special. It's
Yeah.
special for sure. So
Yeah.
you got
So
to just enjoy that. Enjoy that process. And wherever that take you, it take you. That's what I'm trying to learn.
yeah,
Like wherever it take you, man. That ain't
the journey is the destination.
just be consistent. I just think that's the kind of the thing.
Yeah,
Just be consistent. Wherever it take you, it's gonna take you.
and be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Cause what else you gonna be? You gonna be disgruntled? You gonna be,
yeah, bitter
oh
about
man,
it.
I don't, unable to like anything else that come out
Right, right,
because
right.
you weren't properly recognized. Like, come on, man, it's too much stuff going on. Like at the end of the day, like I say, even if you don't do anything, you could always make content later on.
Yeah,
We got it now. Like you could
yeah,
always just make content and talk about your stories and how you made music and
yeah.
put that in, use that as content. Like, come on, man, you just got to do it.
It's an interesting time too, and I think like just being able to talk to artists like this and people with like similar struggles, because it's not easy, bro. It's not easy, and then the effort. It's easy to feel like, oh, my effort's not being rewarded, but that's like entitlement, right? Like, well,
Yeah, yeah, a little bit.
you
Yeah,
can't, have like switch that perspective to like, nah, my effort is being seen, is being noticed. I'll just let when the reward, if the reward, when it comes, however it comes, whatever form it's in, like it'll
yeah,
happen. But for now, let me just keep doing this. Let me keep doing that. And then two, it's like just, it's like one of those things, like, right, blame yourself for everything. Like blame,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
what am I
Try,
doing wrong?
try not to
Yeah,
project negative thinking and things like that. I think there is a way for you to be critical of yourself. I'm very critical of myself. And there are times where you should, I think personally, I don't know. I don't act like I got all the answers, but it's just kind of like speaking candidly. Like there's times where I need to learn where it's like, nah, man, you did. You put, like, you executed it exactly the way that you wanted to. And that shit suck.
yeah,
Or like other
yeah,
people just don't like it.
right, right. Or even looking back at it, is like, nah, that
Yeah, like
is,
you know what I mean. Like that's what I was talking about before. As far as like, don't I have to learn this? I still trying to learn it. Oh shit, he stuck up on me. But yeah, I'm still trying to learn it. It's like don't dig in too deep
right,
on
right,
any
right.
one stage of like where you are creatively. Like
Yeah,
it will and it can change.
yeah,
Like
and
be authentic. I'm trying to learn how to like be me. That sounds weird, but like I'm trying to learn how to execute it exactly the way it came to me and just like be fine with that. Not mock it or mimicking like something else that you heard or
yeah, yeah,
whatever. But be fine with how it came to you and then the people will decide if it's good or not. You know what I mean? And then just be true to what you feel like you were supposed to be doing. Now,
yeah,
if you making yourself do something, if you forcing yourself to do it, if I ever get to the point to where I'm like, man, what am I here doing?
yeah.
Like this shit ain't even tight. Like this shit ain't even hot.
Or I'm not
Then
even enjoying
yeah, or
myself.
like, yeah, or I'm just like, or I'm chasing some other nigga sound or some
Yeah,
other way of expressing it that was influenced by this time or the algorithm or whatever. It's just like, bro, what? I don't feel like you should spend years doing that.
no,
And I feel like you might feel a little shamed if you spent years doing that because that's not what you were given. That's something that you seen and you're trying to capitalize off of it in a superficial way and it's compromising the way that you make your art. And so if I get to that point, then cool. I'll sit back and let everybody else rap. But as long as I feel the skill and got something to say, man, why not, bro? I just gotta build on that and start trying to learn how to make content.
yeah.
Turn this into content. You know,
The passion for it.
I think you already made a really, really big step as far as stepping out from the music and just with the platform that you creating
Yeah,
here.
thank you, bro.
It's like, man, this is the blueprint, brother.
Yeah,
Like, it just it take time. It take time. I was watching a dude that was I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, and regrettably so. I mean, shout out to the boys, but this is guy 4 or 5 years ago. He was just a content creator. I used to just see his videos, like 500 views, 300 views, and I
Right.
would just watch them because I was tired of watching like shit like First Take and all
Yeah.
that shit like that. I hated Skip. Man, bro,
Stephen
I
A.
hated
too.
Skip so much, bro. I want to meet Skip just so I can tell him, yo, brother, I respect you for everything you've done for sports media, but I hate you. And I really wish you would never say another word about sports. But aside from that, I was kind of just looking for other
Right,
creators to
right,
just
right.
watch. Like, man, what these YouTube dudes is saying? That dude just signed a deal and created a whole company with like a Dallas Cowboy affiliated um, um, former scout.
Right, right.
They just created a whole business
Yeah.
company together,
Out of
like
nothing.
invested in this guy.
Yeah.
Like just a 4 or 5 short years
Yeah.
of just dedicated. He tells a story all the time about how he was a pizza delivery driver. That was like for him. That was like 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah. Which that's crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah,
You feel
yeah.
me? So it's just
Absolutely.
like that's what I'm talking about as far as the. There's really no reason. There's not a lot of reasons to feel like nobody's. You know what I mean? Like
I'm late.
yeah, like
Yeah, I'm
nah,
late.
brother, you right where you need to be, and you're doing exactly what you supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And if you're not, then you get on brand, like get on page. Like it's nothing to adjust.
Yeah, I
It's
like
just you
that. I
gotta
like that.
learn. You gotta learn how to be uncomfortable.
Yeah. Was that guy the one that Kendrick sampled on the Mr.
Nah, no,
Morale?
no,
But that was a
nah,
Cowboy
yeah.
fan too.
But
Like
that's also a
the
Cowboy
worst
fan.
fucking performance of my life.
And yeah, so like even with that, with the Kendrick thing, like with when he was dropping his music, he created a lot of, and I was thinking about this as well, like creating a platform where you doing reaction channels to like the music or the beef or whatever the pop culture topics
Yeah.
and stuff is. Because that opened up a lot of people. You know how many people started YouTube channels just to react to the Drake
To
and
the
Kendrick
beef.
stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
Man, that
That's
was like what?
I'd like to see those stats.
That's like a year ago, two
Yeah.
years
Hell
ago,
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
That's what year? If you'd have started, or if I'd have started, or if you say hypothetically you're creative out there and you would have started, that would have been 2 years of
Action already.
action, and
Yeah.
you would have had a hot moment to jump in at. So it's just ways that you gotta like find out. I don't know, man. Like part of I guess being a man or just being a person in general, but I'm a man, so part of being a man is like learning how to like, all right, the plan didn't go like it thought. Maybe I didn't map it out as well. How do we pivot and make something happen?
Yeah, for sure. And doing it in a comfortable way too.
Yeah.
Because I think like this fits me well because I do have like a perspective, you know.
Yeah,
Everybody has
yeah.
this. I have my own perspective where I think things out too, and then also I find a lot of shit interesting, like music or like writing or fighting, with sports, all like I genuinely find it interesting. So when I'm able to talk to people like this, I enjoy it and I don't take it for granted.
Right,
So
right,
because
right.
like this is, you know, like a moment like this, like bro, I feel like, you know, I'm getting paid in just in the game that I'm hearing from you, you
Right,
know,
right,
like
right.
this is bigger than the fact that this is gonna go out and get heard. Like, bro, I'm here, like, oh, like, you know, like, damn,
Yeah,
there's
man.
a lot of shit, like, damn, I gotta get to it too, you know, like
Right, right,
these
right.
type of conversations, like, damn, I gotta get to my music, I gotta keep going, bro, because this is, you know, there's the opportunity
It's a
at
lot of
hand
opportunity,
that I don't
bro.
want that we can't take for granted, and that I think the world would be better with more stories like ours and more perspective like ours, where a lot of shit's like kind of like shallow,
Right,
a
right,
lot
right.
very shallow, very like quick.
I think it's something that a lesson that a lot of people will gotta learn, man. And it's just I'm just telling you a lot of this stuff because I've told it to myself. It's like, bro, this is what I tell myself, bro. This is
Yeah,
why. This is what I tell myself. And in moments where I can't create because I have like a mental block, or the moments where I ain't have shit time to get in the
yeah,
studio, and now I'm feeling bad because it's just like, damn, bro, you've been sitting on that song for 3 weeks.
right, right, right.
This is what I tell myself, bro. It's like, nah, man, you right, like you get in the studio, like don't bullshit it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, but you you right where you need to be.
yeah. That
Like,
negative cycle doesn't help
yeah, like
nobody.
you right where you need to be. You doing exactly what you need to be doing. My priority is straight. My kids is straight. My wife is happy. I don't got too much else that I could be
Right,
asking
right.
for as far as W's. You know what I mean? Everything else on top of that is a cherry
Hell
on
yeah.
top of the cake. So I'm just thankful to have that perspective. But I want this shit to be something.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't bullshit it. So that's what I tell myself, man. Like, man, hey, bro, don't bullshit it. It'll come. Slow progress ain't no progress.
Yeah.
So keep it up. And if it's slow, make it consistent. So everything we gotta learn, brother. I appreciate the invite for real too, because
Hell
it's
yeah.
kind of helping me. I'm even inspired by your setup and everything. Like all of that is a beautiful platform.
Hell
You're
yeah.
starting
Thank you, bro.
something great, man. I
Yeah.
definitely think you're on the right path for
Hell
sure.
yeah. Thanks, bro. Just one episode at a time, one sentence at a time, one question, one answer at a time. 'Cause man, it's just another part of it too. And I'm also enjoying myself with it. So I
Yeah.
like, if I wasn't enjoying myself, I don't think I'd be doing it. And then it's all cool. It's
Mm.
all love, it's all positivity, it's all it's all we're all going the same way, bro.
Right, right,
Everybody
right.
that's been on here, nobody, everybody's came with something to offer, with value. Just,
Yeah.
and especially now at this point that I'm 20 episodes in or whatever, like it's changed too. Like,
Congrats, man. I
bro, I
see
was,
good progress, brother.
yeah, thank you, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I had to
definitely.
drink, I had to take a shot and drink a
Hell
beer
yeah.
before any episode just for the nerves. But now
Yeah.
I'm at this point, like, nah, bro, I'm good, I'm comfortable, and when the time comes, I'll do a little Friday night, Saturday night
Right,
episode.
right.
We'll catch a little vibe.
And
But when these ones, I like to be sharp with it too, just so I could to get the most out of what's going on. And I think it's been going pretty well. It's
nah,
been
yeah,
going pretty
definitely,
well.
man. Like I said, I noticed your platform, and I just heard some shit that I agree with on one of the segments that you
Yeah,
had up, and so I just was like, oh man, let me check this out. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like, let me watch it. Like, and so I'm definitely I'm excited for where your journey is gonna take you, and same with mine, bro.
yeah.
It's
Hell
just
yeah,
you got to get in love or fall in love with the process of just conquering them new hurdles, like learning some shit and then applying it and then
yeah,
seeing the
yeah,
success,
yeah. Not
learning
making
it.
the same mistakes too.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Those are the
So
ones that really hurt.
yeah, that's where I'm at too. So hopefully we, have a platform up and everything in
Yeah,
short order, but just
hell
something that
yeah.
you can commit to, bro.
I think we got some tracks in the future too. I could see us working on some
Definitely,
shit.
man.
Yeah,
Definitely,
we
brother.
got a compatible sound.
Ah,
We
yeah,
got I got
absolutely, bro.
yeah.
It's the opportunities is out there for
Hell yeah.
sure.
Just cause you grew up in
Oh yeah, Compton.
Then your whole life.
Yeah, straight up,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. Well,
From
it's just anything
I moved out of Compton for like maybe 8 years when I got married, and I just bought a house back in the city.
for sure.
You know
Hell
what I
yeah.
mean? So, um,
Just cause I love LA, bro.
oh
I love
yeah, yeah.
LA to the depths of my soul, bro. I fucking love LA, bro. What's LA been like for you, or how do you view this city?
I mean, for me, I gotta love where I'm from. I mean, if I didn't like where I was from, I wouldn't raise my family there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So obviously, I like where I'm from. I think I will say this as I like now being a grown up or the adults from being a kid. It's like you see how it's a different era of like it's less, I guess, close knit. Neighborhoods aren't
Right,
really
right,
quite
right.
as close knit as they used to be.
Yep.
Um, and it's a lot of, especially now recently, it's a lot of new traffic, new movement in the city, and so it's just like a hot pot of just opportunities now,
Yeah, it's changing.
both bad and good. It's a lot of good, and like I said, it's a lot of negative. Me, I love a quiet life. I like it. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't get out quite as often as I probably should. So I don't see a lot of parts of the city that, have a lot of things to offer. I've seen a lot of stuff, but overall, man, I love Compton. I love LA, the larger LA as well. It's a lot, bro. It's not as small as people make it.
Yeah,
It's a really big city with a lot of different areas.
yeah,
And so I appreciate that about the city for sure.
yeah. There's
Yeah.
gems everywhere too, bro. Like I could be Anthony Bourdain Jr. for the next 10 years, and
Yeah,
I couldn't get to every bar and restaurant and every fucking the speakeasy little basement spot and everything.
yeah. Yeah.
It's
And we get a lot of celebrities. The celebrity culture out here is still kind of like it's always been like that. So I feel
right,
like everybody is. So one thing about I feel like the crowds sort of mirror the artist scene, where it's like the crowds typically gravitate toward the ones that are already being like kind of pushed out there and affirmed. It's a little difficult to, not impossible, but it's a little difficult, a little more difficult than I've observed other places to, I guess, start up in LA and
Right,
kind of
right.
build something. You have to be very, 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 very disciplined, very savvy with your networking abilities.
Yeah.
And you have to make networking a priority,
Right.
which is like, you know,
Kind of, it's hard to make a wave in LA too, right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you
And
can't.
so it's like when artists do that, it's like that should be
Yeah, it's
commended.
groundbreaking.
Because it's almost like if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere
Yeah.
type of thing.
Right.
Because it's like we have so many artists and there's so many entertainers on top of
Yeah.
just the artists.
Athletes,
Right.
everything, bro.
And then with the merger of music and content creation
Yeah.
and just arts in general and content creation, now you have a pool of even larger individuals to choose from.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Just the in crowd.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it pays double to get out there and,
Be active on the
yeah,
forefront.
like be out there, flood the market with content, find you a team to network with, and like kind of try to build something collectively. But it's worth it, bro. I think the city is, it's just a lot of, like I said, it's just a lot of opportunities. It's a lot
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
a lot
lot
going on.
right
For
now.
sure. And
Musically, everything.
yeah, and then there's like it's messy too, you know. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of, you know, homeless lists and all. I could list all the bad shit. It'll be a long list, but
Ah man,
regardless of that,
like politically is a whole nother. I
yeah.
wasn't even gonna try to go over there, but I feel like I don't know, musically that it's nice.
Yeah.
I think as far as like a society, I don't know, bro. Like it's difficult. I feel like we are in California is very, I guess you would say progressive is the right
Yeah,
word.
yeah.
And so I think that's kind of like a lot of where our priorities are politically. So everybody else kind of just has to fall into some version of that.
Right, right.
So, you know, I mean, that is what it is. It doesn't, I don't really have much to say about of the political scene,
Yeah.
but the people are still as dope as they've ever been. They offer so much. The music, the food,
Yeah.
it's still, it's LA, bro.
The moments.
Yeah,
The
yeah, the
moments for sure,
Dodgers.
yeah.
Like we got the Dodgers. We out here winning. Lakers is all right. I mean, they
Yeah.
got something going.
Yeah.
They not too far off from winning. The Clippers someday maybe. But like you got a lot of winning in
Yeah.
LA.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
LA is still LA for sure. It's still a key piece of the nationwide culture. And so yeah, bro. I'm always rep for where I'm from.
Having the global culture too, huh?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's an international brand. LA is an internationally known sort of brand. Anywhere you go in the world, you say you're from LA, people like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I know who that person is.
Yeah.
You know, I know where that person's from. So it's like,
I know what it looks like. I know what a
yeah,
picture.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool, bro. It's cool as fuck. I
But yeah,
love
it's
it.
dope, man. I wouldn't want to be from nowhere else. I wouldn't want to be from nowhere else.
Yeah, it's also like it's the winning too, like you said. Like I mean, like well, Dot. I mean, he's undisputed,
For
motherfucking.
sure, for sure.
He
That put
changed.
up,
He fucked up everybody's plans, bro. He
yeah,
fucked
that
up
was definitely,
everybody's
that
plans.
brought a lot of momentum to the city and
Yeah,
to the music scene on this side. So
I think it kind of brought a lot of momentum back to rap, bro. Because I feel like early last year, maybe the end of 2023, it was like the country shit was kind of like coming to the
yeah,
forefront, bro. Like the
it had
Zach
a little
Bryan's
wave.
and the Jolly Bro. It was like getting hot
They
and
were doing, a lot of those guys were started to do like rap features and
yeah,
shit like
yeah. They were
that.
putting
So
like 808s and shit
yeah,
on
yeah,
on
man.
their tracks.
Rap, man, hip hop is one of the most influential genres ever.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's one of the most popular ever, and that's for a reason, man. Like it's it's really, when you're doing it. I think when you're doing it right, it's special. Like it's bound to be
yeah.
special. It's bound to have influence if you're doing it the way that was supposed to be done. Um, Anywhere on any planet, bro. I feel like hip hop music is just one of those things that's just like, bro, it's like every other art form, every other
Yeah,
musical art form. It's that. Um, and
it's
so yeah,
direct.
bro, LA culture specifically, as far as rap is concerned, has influenced every part of the globe with some of the most major acts: Snoop
Crazy.
Dogg,
Yeah, Dre.
Ice Cube, Dre, Easy, Corrupt. You know what I mean? Even like guys like Ice T with an
Yeah,
influence in the Bay, E40, Too Short. Like you got so many dudes
Hawk.
that Pac,
Yeah,
obviously, yeah. So it's like you got a lot of influence from LA culture. I'm proud to be a part of that, especially Compton. This has a reputation for what it has, and then with like YG and a lot of other,
still keeping it
I
going
love,
too.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Like it's a recognizable stamp in hip hop.
yeah.
Compton, LA in general, it's like people know, like on the East Coast, you know what I'm saying, West Coast, wherever you at in the world, like there is a recognition of LA that
Yeah,
that you can be proud of.
easily recognizable too. The
Absolutely.
sound, the beat, you hear it right away. You're
Yeah,
gonna know what it
yeah,
is.
yeah. And I like that. I think we need to produce more like I feel like we need to produce more like Dot and like niggas like West Side Boogie, me personally. Like I feel like we need to push a lot more of those kinds
Yeah,
of
which
artists to the forefront.
I for sure I would have to do like some of the blame goes on the labels too. Like they're what they're pushing. They
Yeah.
and why is that though? Why do they push the party tracks? Because they're good. They're good for business, right? But
Yeah,
like
yeah. They
it's
make
it's
money, bro.
yeah, it's a quick buck though, right? But the long term money is the long
Established artists that
yeah is
creates and you can trust
right
them to make X amount of
yeah
music over a certain period of time. But I think, man, bro, it's not the way that our society, we don't make it easy for like us to produce and recognize, not produce, but recognize high quality art.
right
It's like we get sometimes you want a hot pocket. You feel me? Like you don't want to make the steak and the mashed potatoes and the broccoli. You want a hot pocket. You can't explain it. You just want some junk.
yeah
I'm trying to get my kids off of McDonald's.
yeah
I'm trying to get them to understand like, man, that is not might not be real food. You
yeah.
don't know. You know what I mean? But
Let's
I
move
think
past
that's
them.
kind of how we are as
Yeah
a collective. Like each individual person can relate to that part, and so it's like we produce in music a lot of like hot pocket style
yeah yeah. It's
musical artists,
just
TikTok artists, like
collective
stuff that
conscious type
for
shit.
the moment went viral. You see it millions of people, like so they think that, oh, there's something there. Let me throw resources at something
Right
that's
right
already
right. Yeah
moving. We can make some money, and so people are like less incentivized to actually go and scope out talented artists who are
yeah.
somewhere working
Soulful.
on their craft rather than participating in like TikTok games and stuff
Yeah
like
for
that. You know
sure.
what I mean? Like there could be overlap. I'm not trying to say either one is mutually exclusive, but I'm just saying that that's kind of how it's shaping up. Like you get a lot of these content creator like summer 3 month sort of
Yeah.
style artists.
Which like and then too but it changes though too, right? Like the copycat league as you said, and then the
Yeah,
waves like right
yeah.
like Clips
A
and
couple
Freddie.
of them,
They're
man. We
they're
get
they're popping right now too.
we pushing out a bunch of artists. It's just not like a lot of sustainable
Right.
artists to me, in
Yeah.
my personal opinion.
Nah, cause
But some people aren't. It's like, yes, you can. Back to your question, like, yes, you can blame the labels. I feel like that's kind of like
that's like the cost
that's
of the
the
game.
go. But
Yeah.
nah, like that's like the go to. I feel like is always the right answer. I feel like to that is always like, oh yeah, blame the labels.
Right. Right.
But at the same time, it's like if the influence of the labels has somewhat lessened, or not even somewhat, has dramatically lessened, it appears. Um, and you have a lot more artists that are out here on social media that are making music, and they're
Right.
not
Right.
really going the label route and stuff like that. I know the labels still have their influence and stuff, everything like that. But I'm just saying is that there's a large share of artists who are directly responsible for the types of art that they putting out there.
100%.
And so if you feed into the ecosystem, if you feed
Right.
into
Right.
the
Right.
beast, you can't be mad
Mhm.
that the results continue to be the results. I feel like everybody is feeding, or a lot of people's tendency is to just feed whatever it is because there's an opportunity to try to like benefit off of it.
Yeah.
But when they don't benefit off of it, now it's like, oh well, you know what I mean? Like it's the see, that's the game. It's a dirty game. It's like, man, nah, bro. Some of you should not be doing music.
Yeah.
I'm not the person to tell you to stop making music. I'm just trying to say, like, as a general concept, a lot of people get into music to go viral.
Yeah.
They get into music to go famous,
Yeah,
or
to play a caricature.
Yeah, like to play a caricature of like something that they think is hot online or that'll
cool.
sell. And so it's like if you're willingly giving them the content, they're gonna try to profit off of it, like any hustler would. Like there's product out there. Oh yeah, I'm gonna invest. This is what y'all like. Like y'all like this type of music.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Let's bring that person in for a cup of coffee. Like it just at a certain point, you know exactly what you're doing, and you just kind of want a different result than what is proven to be the result.
Right.
As far as like how artists engage with the label or the whole entire music industry ecosystem as a whole.
What's happening right now?
Everybody needs to be more aware and focused with what they're making. And not to say everybody got to rap like Dot. You know how everybody don't got to rap like Dot. But at a certain point, if you just like doing anything in the studio, if you're tracing virality, then understand like you are contributing to the lessening and the stepping on of this quality shit that we've been building for 6-7 decades now. That this thing we call hip hop. Like you're actively, contributing to the lowering of the quality as a whole. So
willingly. Comfortably too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And so if that's what you want, like I say, if you want a hot pocket, eat a hot pocket. You're free to.
Yeah.
But if you eat too many hot pockets,
you can get sick.
Your doctor bill's gonna come through.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You're not gonna, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be successful. And so I think like we like summertime, cool, hot pocket time. I get it. Like everybody's looking for like that slap. Everybody's outside, all that kind of stuff. But everything else is kind of like we shouldn't stay there.
Nah, I need that winter night drive when it's cold.
It's like at a certain point, we experience it all the time when the elites drop, like what we mentioned, when Cole drop, when Dot drop, when like all these different artists drop, and many more. There's more than just them guys, but we're just using those guys as the example. Like, but when the artists, the ones that established, that made their name off of making that quality type of music, went through their lumps, created and grew to where they are now. When they drop, we get a dose of it.
Yeah.
But we just always go back to the next 3 or 4 months of the
whatever's
McDonald's,
getting
Jack
pushed
in the
to
Box,
us,
Taco Bell. You know what I mean? Like, and then we getting mad because people see that and want to invest in it.
Yeah, but and then there's people like you, like us, that are making impactful, meaningful, authentic shit, but we're just not doing the work to find them. We're not, and they're around us too. Like we're not going through the catalog of the people we meet here or there.
And I'm gonna say this too, bro, just to take some accountability. I feel like I can make better music sometimes, or like I don't even say better in terms of quality, because I think I make quality music. What I would say is, I can make music that is more palatable or relatable to other people. It's like we're not crazy here.
Yeah.
We hear some of the other stuff that people are making. We kind of see where the ear of the people are. Like I dropped a tape called Fall Through Tape in summer. Because I ain't give a fuck. I'm sorry if I can't.
You're good.
But like because that's kind of where my mind was. But it's like it probably could have been would have been a little more tactical of me to just like make a couple of summer bops or something like that, to where people are already listening to this. If I drop this, my own little version of it and what I'm doing, not copying nobody,
but
obviously,
still,
but just trying to get heard. You know what I mean? Like not always being too dug in
Yeah.
on like whatever it is that you're doing. Just kind of like, okay, peek your head up. Okay, what's going on out here?
Yeah.
Oh, this is what's going on. Take the information and then apply it. Like
Yeah. The
I
more the
gotta,
business side of it.
yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
learn that type of shit. I feel like the best artists are the ones that know how to do that.
Yeah.
Like they are them, you know. But when I need to,
Yeah. I'll pop out.
I'ma drop
Yeah.
something that I know that y'all gonna rock with,
Right.
something that I
Right.
know that y'all gonna dance to, something that I know that it's probably not my best, most intricate work, but no, it's I'm still displaying some talent.
Yeah.
I
I
just feel
got
like
you.
we shouldn't stay there.
No. No.
Like
Yeah.
we live for far too long with like those types of waves of music where it's just like a bunch of just like I don't want to just isolate party rap, but it's just like I don't know.
It's like just
It's
loud.
like social
Loud.
media rap.
Yeah.
Like it's
I
just y'all
feel
just
you.
out here just out trying to out viral each other with the types of music y'all making.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I just think that it don't have a lot of staying power, and that's why you don't see quite as many like creatives
Yeah.
at the forefront or being produced and like put out there and getting big breaks is because I think a lot of times there's more attention with the masses and where everybody else is at. And you know what I mean? The party
Yeah.
be full. The
Yeah. Yeah.
parties are full, so
You
yeah.
can't blame them. But then
Yeah.
it gets dated fast though too, right? And
For
then the
sure.
whole
Cause
like
you can't party every day.
nah.
You
And
can't
then like
party
the
all day.
festivals change too, right? Like Rolling Loud be weird as fuck sometimes. I haven't been,
Yeah.
but sometimes I'll see like Playboy Cardi set and it just like
But you notice like it be different names on them cards
right,
almost
right.
every year.
Yeah.
Them little names that you don't ever
Yeah, yeah,
read.
those
The
are the
people that
ones, yeah.
make we only ever hear about the main Frank Ocean is
Yeah.
headlining this year. Or Drake is headlining this year or Kendrick is headlining this year. We don't know like when you get there, if you ever go there, the vast majority of that show is somebody you never
Right,
heard.
right. And those are the people I have that we have to be seeing what they're doing, what's
A
working,
lot of those
what are their
people,
profiles look.
yeah, a lot of those people is like trying to continue to sustain
Yeah.
themselves
And
off
they've
this
done
music.
and they've gotten to a certain level which, that's as good as shit. That shit sounds good, It
It's in
sounds
the
good
sweet
to get
spot, man.
get
Once you
that
get your,
level.
your name out there, and you know you got an audience out there that you can tour and that's gonna come out and see you perform. It may not be the biggest venues, but if I could go and reach my folks and perform what I gotta perform and get my music recognized by people that share my vision for it, and that's the best you can ask for,
Yeah.
brother. Everybody can't be, don't limit yourself. Is what I try to tell myself, but everybody can't be whatever your biggest
Yeah.
idea of success is. Everybody's not that. Your view might be a little different. Yours might be something that's a little more manageable for you. And you got to just be open for that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then once you standing in that, then it's easy to not get upset when you start to see this stuff play out in the real world in
Yeah.
other ways. Like
Yeah, again falling victim to the noise too of what everybody else
you
is
don't
doing.
never want to be bitter, bro.
Uh,
It's like it's too much room in the game for like so much for you to sit around and be crying about what you know what I mean.
yeah,
Any
yeah.
particular one thing, like
Yeah.
you
Any
gotta get out
aspect of
there
the
and
game.
yeah,
Yeah.
like get out there and create. Address what you feel like needs to be fixed, but man, get out there and create. Put your hat in the ring. Keep making music.
Yeah, innovate, adapt to it, play the game too. Like that's a for sure. And I mean the game's always been the game. It's just a new moment, right? But it's easy to Dre and them Dre caught with NWA though, right? So when
Mm-hmm.
Snoop essentially came in and he was working with one of the greatest producers ever. So his success was essentially given with the amount of charisma and swag he had. But
Well, yeah,
it's
yeah.
hard to it's hard to imagine them how would they play the game today, like if they
Man,
were
I
on their
think
way up.
I think with that, bro, it's just like that's like magic. Like that, like, it's the closest thing to magic that we gonna get. It's like it just certain things was just meant to fall
Yeah,
how
yeah,
it
for sure.
fell for certain artists, for
Yeah.
certain people. Like if you are true to yourself and you make the kind of music that's been put in you to make, the passion that you have, the ear that you have, you will eventually, I think, lead to those like you can
Moments, right?
create those moments for
Yeah.
yourself. But man, bro, sometimes shit is just special.
Yeah, for
Like you
sure.
can't expect that that'll be your
Nah.
story, but you need to keep your opportunities
Yeah.
open,
Or-
learn from it. But like, man,
Or
bro,
you can't
they
look at
caught a
it.
wave, dog. Like they caught a wave. The world wasn't ready for
Not
it.
at all. That ain't
Everybody
nothing but a G
just,
thing video.
it was just happening. By the
Yeah.
time everybody figured out what was happening, it was happening.
Fucking cooked.
And it was out of control.
Yeah.
And several entities had a good interest in stomping it out, and they were unsuccessful.
Yeah.
You made them one of the most legendary groups ever, and birthed a lot of some of our most influential figures like Snoop, Cube, a lot of those guys.
Yeah, Corrupt, Daz, the whole tree just fucking
like
branched
Easy,
out.
everybody, bro. Like even people like DOC and like, you know what I mean? Like we know these people's names forever.
Right.
Because sometimes, nigga, it's just magic.
Yeah.
Or it's the closest thing you're gonna get.
Yeah, it's like God wants those moments to happen.
The star, like, you know how they say the stars align?
Yeah.
I take that to mean like these opportunities just fell perfectly.
Right.
This particular producer was perfect for this style of rapper, and they happen to be in the same studio, or you the homie of the other homie.
Yeah.
So I brought you to the studio, and now, hey, meet my boy, and then they end up being freaking NWA. Like, that shit is crazy. You know what I mean? Like it happens every time, every day to a lot of different people, but they didn't end up being that. Like there's some people that are just rare talents and rare gifting, and another thing is I think timing. I am a big believer in timing. Like some things is the time that you like. You may not have been a better artist per se, skill for skill than another person, but you caught it at a particular time where people were ready to hear from your type of a sound, and you were available. You made your presence felt, and you made your talent public, and so you got that ability.
Yeah, and it just happened to be authentic.
And you just gotta open up those opportunities for yourself by just continuing.
Yeah, those moments don't matter if you don't see it through.
You'll never find it out if you stop or if you bullshit it.
Yeah.
Like you gotta keep that shit going for real and get better. And like I said, even we got some negative examples of music that you don't like. But these are artists that get played all over the place. And they get tours and they on stadiums or whatever.
Yeah.
They kept it up.
Yeah, for sure.
You may not like the music that they're making, but they did one thing right. Yeah. They were consistent.
The results speak for themselves. There's no denying results.
Yeah,
There's
man.
you can't argue with a result.
You just gotta, I don't know. You gotta learn and grow, bro. Learn and grow. That's it, man. That's what I try to do. Try to stay open to learning, stay open to growing. And that's it, man. Like don't demand what you didn't work for.
Nah.
It's like work for it, and then if you don't get what you work for, then you can complain.
Yeah.
But for the most part, people get what they work for.
Yeah.
Like or what they didn't work for.
Yeah.
Just to be honest with you, like some people, like you were asking before, like they could have went harder. You didn't. You know what I mean? Or so wake up tomorrow and correct that.
Yeah, take that chance again.
Yeah, man. I just try to like, I'm trying to stop bumping my head, bro. That's it. Like I'm just trying to learn the lessons that life is trying to teach you.
Yeah.
Go where you gotta go. You know what I mean? So
however it may be, whenever it may be, but just go where you gotta go.
Yeah, man. And then like you said, bro, network, bro. Networking in places that is unfamiliar is a big, big thing that I think a lot of artists that I'm trying to develop as a skill, and I think a lot of artists lack, is the ability to just walk in a room, present yourself.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, man, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm working on. How can we help each other?
Yeah, what are you working on?
Yeah. Is this valuable to you? If so, then let's collab. For a lot of years, I was not really like feeling that because I'm
introverted.
Well, you know, I have my. It's easier to deal with myself than to deal with other people.
Yeah.
So it's like, cause like I know at a certain point I'm just finna do what need to be done.
Yeah,
and sometimes that ain't.
That could be the cost of working with a group too. Like there's a lot of like when it's good, but when it's like when it gets busy, it's like, oh shit, now we got 4 or 5 personalities and problems
yeah, yeah.
and ideas and egos that you got to manage and work through. So
And then
it
like
comes with a
music, the
cost.
business side of music too is another kind of like hurdle. Could
Yeah,
be because it's like you got to split the pie up with,
with the whole team.
even
Yeah,
if you're not making like crazy money right now. Like I ain't really made too much off my music because I'm not really. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Right now it's just building the content.
yeah.
Like get the music, get the product out there, build that to where if a person hear your name on social media, they go to your handle, they
You
see
got
a
a
large
catalog.
catalog of
Yeah,
work. Oh, I can look at. Oh man, he dropped this in this year,
right,
this and that.
right.
So now it's this. That's where I'm at right now. It's just building that up, and then I can leverage that value
Gotcha.
in the real world, and
Yeah,
then like it makes it easier to network because now people like, oh, I can go to, this is what he make, this is the music right here, this is dope, I like this, we could work with this, as opposed to always telling somebody, oh no man, I got something coming out soon. Like
yeah, yeah.
that's the main thing, bro.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
got
That's
something
the
coming out
problem.
soon, bro. Check me out. A couple of months. Like,
Yeah,
nah, man.
I haven't dropped in a while,
Yeah, like that's
but
out,
soon,
bro.
soon.
Like, nah, bro. I got something right now I'm working on. Would you like to?
Yeah,
That's where you want to get to, and so it's
yeah.
worth it, man. You gotta just do it, bro.
That's
Everything.
that's why something like a TDE is a fucking anomaly, bro. It's a fucking
Yeah,
it's crazy that they pulled it off as a group, as that deep
got that team.
to reach that level, and like how they is how they managed egos and the arguments, or like were they just so committed though too? Because like, I feel like when you're really genuinely committed, like a lot of that shit kind of goes out the window. Too,
Yeah,
like, I want, did anybody have to run a fade with each other too? Like, at least it was, or they were just with it for the fucking, they were just too tapped in, they were too locked in to the goal. And then that, I guess that speaks to the leadership up top too, or like, no pun intended, like Top and Punch and Dave, like what, how they kept everybody together, or even Kendrick. It's just interesting. Like, almost those motherfuckers need a documentary right there, bro. We
man. I
got to
feel
get the
like at a
whole
certain
backstory.
point it will be, man. But it's like you gotta at this. Go back to what I was saying. Like, man, that's just the value of that team. You gotta have a team. You gotta have people that believe in you. People that's willing to put you in position or help you get in position.
Yeah,
Like even Kendrick being J Rock hype man. It's
yeah, yeah,
like nobody
exactly.
would have thought that Dog would be the figurehead of the entire movement.
Yeah.
He was at that point just a hype man. Like,
He's
yo, I
just a
like,
little homie.
yeah, that's like, this is my boy,
Yeah.
and
We're getting our
dude
stage time,
dope.
yeah.
We out here performing. I'm pretty sure the shows got to a point to where they was packed, but I'm pretty sure a lot of them shows was,
Small venues
yeah,
for
you know what I
sure,
mean,
yeah.
like small venues and
Catch
stuff.
one and all those.
Yeah, and so over time, if you're good, if you're really, really good at what you do, that team will start to form around you. And then people will start seeing value and interest in what you got going on, and then they're willing to invest in you.
Yeah.
And I
Just
think their TD is one of the biggest sort of examples of that. Like people made some really good investments
yeah, yeah.
in some really, really dope artists. So yeah, man, shout out
And
to that.
and
But
then to themselves too, huh?
for sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, because it just reinforces itself as it keeps going, and like it was also them presenting themselves as like, nah, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Like Kendrick being the hype man, he's like, oh, I don't, just because I'm doing this right now,
Yeah,
like
right.
this doesn't take away from me, and it's all part of the story. It just makes the story better.
You just being in position. That's
Yeah,
what I call that. It's like you just gotta put yourself in position. You won't know if you're not in no close proximity. Like you gotta be around it. You gotta go
yeah,
around where the
yeah,
creatives are creating, and then maybe an opportunity will open up for you to
yeah.
create.
You got
Like,
to get closer to where you're going than
yeah,
where you've
man,
been
like
and where you
that
at.
sitting at the house or
Yep.
holding a song in the studio personally for X amount of months is out. Like, nah, bro, get out there where the people are creating
Hell yeah.
and see what come about. And that's really the blueprint. I feel like briefly on God, like I feel like that is one of the things that God kind of set up. Like the blueprint of like,
Mm,
if you want to be successful at a thing, you have to be consistent and you have to position yourself around the thing. Like be in the orbit, be in the
right, right.
network
Yeah.
where people are discussing this thing, where they meeting about this thing,
Where they're serious.
whether it's finance, whether it's art, whether it's
Yeah.
entertainment, whatever it is, it's like that blueprint kind of holds true for the people, at least us right now, with like we got a good amount of opportunity with where we are in the world. So it's like if you take that model and you apply it, I feel like you'll get the results that's due you. I just feel like it's difficult for everybody to prioritize like that thing that they know that they're passionate about.
Yeah,
It's like it's
and
just
sacrifice the other shit too, right?
exactly.
Yeah, that's definitely a hard part, like, cause it's not even easy to sacrifice the bad shit, let alone the good shit. You know, like
Yeah.
there's gonna come a time where like family time and you can't be at every birthday and you can't watch every game and every fight and this and
Yeah,
that
he
and
can't
be
even he can't do too much lounging around and leisurely stuff too.
nah,
It's like Kobe. Well, a lot of nights we was sleep. Dude was in the gym getting shots up with
yeah,
nobody watching,
yeah, for
and
sure,
it's like that's dedication.
yeah,
But you got to make the time to be able to do that.
yeah,
So
and have the discipline too.
yeah,
Yeah,
man. Like it's anything that you do, sports, anything, bruh. Majority of the things that we gonna like kind of endeavor to do, if you realize it, a lot of people are like failing at it and have
yeah,
failed at it. But it's just you gotta just be consistent. You gotta be consistent, man. You gotta really just continue to try and put yourself out there and do what it is that you feel like you're doing. And like I said before, man, if you ain't supposed to be doing it, then stop doing it.
yeah.
And
Get back on brand. I
yeah,
think you
like
said, yeah,
stop doing it, man. Like get in what it is that you feel that you really is. I don't want to say called. It's more of like a religious term, but like what you have been drawn and
yeah.
passionate to do, the talent
What
that you
feels right?
the talent that you've been given, man. Like like put it out there for people to see it and see what come about.
Yeah,
Like and
hell
don't
yeah.
don't care so much about how it's received. Like just do it.
Or what other people are doing too. That's
Yeah,
for
it's
sure a
like
big problem.
you gotta, yeah, man. There's no value, very little value in looking at what the next man got going on and comparing and
Yeah,
trying to like measure their success by you and all of that. Like, nah, bro, you good. You right where you need to be. Keep doing what you're doing and get better.
let's go.
Like,
Let's go.
so that's what we
Hell
gotta.
yeah.
That's
Hell
what I gotta
yeah.
tell myself, bro.
Well, shit. Gabe, thank you, bro. That was
I
fucking
appreciate
dope.
you, man. I appreciate
That
the
was
invite,
dope. That
bro.
was a lot of game in there. I think this is gonna be good for a lot of artists, and a lot of people, even just dreamers, entrepreneurs, everybody that's gonna listen, bro. This is a good episode, bro. Shit, after you drop your handles and just where you going from here, bro. What's next for you?
Man, I appreciate the invite, brother. But shoot, it's Compton Gabe on Instagram and probably gonna make a Twitter or something at some point and
Yeah.
get more and more visible on social media. But it's Compton Gabe on IG right now. Go check out the Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, the Fall Through Tape.
That one's Compton Gabe too on Spotify.
Nah, it's just gonna be Gabe.
Gabe, right?
It's Gabe. So it's just gonna be Gabe on all of the streaming platforms. And then you can look up some of my work, man. I got Jaded. That's the joint that I played at the joint
Right,
that you was
right.
talking about. That's up there for a single. I got a lot of joints that I really feel like offers a lot and it pushes the envelope. And I feel like I'm only gonna get better and only gonna produce more music. So definitely check that out, brother. And I appreciate the
Yeah,
invite for
hell yeah,
sure.
bro.
For sure.
Hell yeah.